Hey, what's going on, everyone? Thank you for joining me once again on the Roaming Prepper channel, and my phone is way too far away. There we go. Hope everyone is doing well this afternoon or this evening, depending on what time you're watching me. So on my situation report this Monday, which would have been the 17th, excuse me, I reported that a monkey had knocked out the power grid in Sri Lanka. And I had a good laugh about that because I had not actually read all the details in that report as I was reading them. So that came as a complete surprise to me. And this is Pepper. For those of you, nope, sorry, that's Stormy. Hi, do you need help? We're doing stuff here. No, you already had cookies. There's no more cookies. They will eat. They will die like goldfish. They literally will eat till they explode. Anyway, it turns out the monkey actually did destroy the power grid. And here's your story. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can move that over so you guys can get a better view of that article. Um, so as you can see here, bear with me just a second. Monkey blamed for nationwide blackout as Sri Lanka scrambles to restore power. Um, so Sri Lanka extended power cuts for a third day on Thursday as it scrambled to restore its national grid to full capacity after a monkey triggered a widespread blackout. This is on CNN, but it's also on the other news. Um, it disrupted power to the island's 22 million people. An outage lasting 6 hours on Sunday was blamed by Power Minister Kumara Jakoti on a monkey that disrupted the grid power in a Colombo suburb. No power cuts were implemented on Wednesday, which was a holiday in Sri Lanka. The animal had come into contact with the transformer at the station, disrupting supply to the entire country. There were no immediate reports if the monkey survived the incident. All efforts are being made to restore the grid to full capacity, but power cuts will be implemented to manage peak hours. 90-minute power cuts were implemented on Monday and Tuesday to manage demand. So this is that's a hell of an interesting story there. Aside from the humorous fact that a monkey probably deleted himself or herself messing with a transformer and a power grid, but it brings up the question of how sensitive power grids are, how sensitive the things we rely on and take for granted can be in our countries, whether it's Sri Lanka or whether it's Canada or the US. Texas went through a freeze that had rain, snow, sleet, freeze, rain, snow, so on and so forth. And that constantly changing precipitation actually not only screwed up the oil and gas wells, it screwed up refineries, pumping stations, transformers, and actually locked up the wind farms, all the wind turbines, and at the same time covered the solar panels with ice. And Texas, had they gone any further, probably would have been shut down for a month the way it was going, but they were able to recover. This speaks to the sensitivity of our modern conveniences, and it's something you need to prepare for. I had posted a link, or actually a advertisement from Harbor Freight. They had jackeries on sale, 1,000-watt jackeries for $270 something. I'm not an affiliate. I'm just showing a really good deal. Normally, it's about $1 a watt. So you want 500 watts is $500. So to get a 1,000-watt power generator for a quarter of the price it normally would be is not a bad deal. And granted, some of these older designs are becoming they're a little bit outdated, so they're going on sale. It doesn't mean they're less effective. It's just the company has newer competitive products coming out to compete with, the Blue Eddies and EcoFlow and all the other Opus and all the other competitors in their market space. Regardless of which generator you choose, which power bank you choose, you should plan for being without power, especially if someone has a CPAP or another medical need, like a dialysis machine, something like that. understanding what the voltage and wattage requirements are, as well as how long those devices can work on a Jackery or on a Tesla Powerwall, if you have the money for that, is super important in planning your preps. Obviously, if someone needs chemo, if someone needs a Jackery, if dialysis, if someone needs a CPAP, understanding how to charge it, how to use it while the grid is struggling is super important. And again, to the point, a monkey took out the power for 22 million people, and the monkey probably got obliterated in the process. So the question is, how do you prepare? Well, think what your needs are. In our particular instance, we're blessed that we don't need medical devices, but we sure as hell need light and an ability to see where we're going. We also need to try to keep our food frozen or cold as long as we can while we deplete those reserves before we go into our medium and then long-term preps. So understanding what wattage I need to get my freezer going, to keep my fridge going. And remember, you don't have to have them plugged in all the time. You can plug in your freezer for an hour, get it cooling, get everything frozen, and then unplug it. Plug in your fridge, do the same, get it cool, don't open it, it preserves the cold, it's sealed, and then go recharge your equipment. In any case, a really interesting story, kind of funny. Like I said, on Monday, I was reading all these reports to the situation report, and I absolutely did not read them in advance of the recording. So I got a really big kick out of the fact that a monkey knocked out the power grid in an entire country. But if that was just a simple, curious primate, imagine what a bad actor, a malignant human could do to a power grid or a group of them. So plan for that kind of stuff. Understand how these things can be affected and have an idea of what you need to do to get through those kind of situations. Until next time, you guys be good, be safe, God bless, and I will see you on my next video. Take care of yourselves.